Africa. Senegal music.
Yes,
Senegal
brother.
from Africa. Yeah, have a drink. Eat for Africa. Mama never cry. Mama Africa fire. Fire bonde.
Fire.
So we are back for episode 2, my second installment of my Africa vlog. If you haven't already, go check out episode 1. So on day 3 or day 4, can't remember which one, we went to Goree Island. Goree is an island off the coast of Dakar, Senegal. It's Senegal, whatever. You only can get there by ferry. It's about a 30-minute ferry ride. And it seems like they get a lot of tourists off of the island and a lot of people that live in Dakar but work on Goree as merchants and salesmen. So we went there, and like I said, to get there we had to take a ferry, so we had to go to the ferry station. And while we're in the ferry station, one of our drummers, Xavier, runs into this guy selling like hand percussion, right? And the guy starts playing the hand percussion for us, and we start asking him like what it is. What do you call this?
Huh?
What's this called?
What's the name of it?
Kiss kiss? So after a demonstration, of course I had to cop my own pair after talking them down from the crazy price. These are my own. Show y'all a little something right quick. Oh shoot. Holla at me. About to pitch out with the bars. Alright, So anyway, when we were on Goree, we actually seen a phenomenal keys player, like the best I seen while I was out there. So check that out. Wow. Yay! Alright, so back to the ferry ride. So after I spent up all my money before we got to the island, we got on the ferry and we started to perform. Well, I don't even like using the word perform, but we were singing and dancing and drumming with the locals. It was more of a festival or celebration than a performance, really. Everything about the trip was festive, and this was no different. So now we get to the island, and like I said, the fete never stopped, so we kept drumming, kept dancing, kept singing, all the way till we got to this amazing jaw-dropping statue. It's called the Statue of Liberation, and you see this man freed with his hands up, and it seems like that's his wife or his lady or a woman hugging him, and they're both black, and this is to commemorate liberation from slavery. Now Goree is actually known for the House of Slaves. It seems to be like their main tourist attraction. It's a slave house where they used to keep slaves, and they would separate the slaves by gender and age. When we went inside the slave house, it was really moving. The first thing that stood out to me is the banner that Jouvay Fest made for our trip had the exact same layout as the actual House of Slaves when you walk in. On the banner, you can see a lot of the different characters and a lot of the different things that we brought with us on the trip, but you also see like the backdrop of the banner is the steps and the door of no return. So we're getting this tour around the House of Slaves, and it's really moving. I mean, you have people getting emotional, tears flowing, you know, a lot of outpouring of just this bottled up emotion, and also a lot of education going on. I learned a lot about slavery, which is something that we do hear about in America, but never in the way that I was shown in Africa. So it was really interesting to see their perspective on how we're still working past what's happened. Now, Brooks Jr. and myself, the two panelists on the trip, we got to perform in front of these steps with the door of no return behind us. And it was moving, it was amazing. Funny enough, I actually don't have any video of that performance, so enjoy this picture. So after we took this tour. We went back outside and we got to enjoy the beauty of the island. It was very beautiful. We went by the beachfront side, and of course there were a bunch of merchants, and everybody has a good price and everybody has a sale, so you have to work your way through that. And then you get to the beach and it is just a beautiful view. The water is so clear. They have some boats that are really like artwork that are kind of docked on the shore. And it's just a beautiful vibe. So that was pretty much our time on the island. Prior to getting on the ferry, I actually took off the shirt on my back and gave one of the locals my shirt because they said they liked it and they asked for it. And then he goes, "I like your shoes too." Pushing it. So needless to say, I might have gotten robbed on Goree. Not sure. Then, when we boarded back on the ferry, there was more dancing, more singing, more drumming. But what was interesting was the same thing we were doing on the way felt so different on the way back because of what we experienced. The drumming and the singing on the way back was even more so in honor of our ancestors, in honor of how far we've come and how resilient we are as a people. If you'd like more information on the House of Slaves on Goree Island, book a ticket and go. But if you don't got the bread right now, then look it up on YouTube. They have plenty of videos on the Statue of Liberation, on the House of Slaves, on the Door of No Return. Educate yourselves. Learn about where you came from, how you got here, why you're here. And then you'll start to really understand how this world works. And thus concludes my concerto. Thank you for watching episode 2. Make sure you watch episode 1. Make sure you watch my Christmas video. Make sure you subscribe to my page. Make sure you comment. Make sure you follow me on IG. Add me on Facebook. Don't text me though. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Hit my Cash App so I can go on another tour and continue to be blessed. Peace, love, prosperity.